Hey, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Three Guys Walk into Culinary School. I almost forgot the name of the podcast for a second. It's been a day, guys. Tim, Brian, how are you guys doing?
Good, man.
Hey, what's up?
Excited to chat about food, as always.
As always, man, as always, it's what we do. It's what we love to talk about. Like to cook here and there, like to enjoy the finer things in life when it comes to food. And like not so much the finer, but also like just good. And speaking of good, I think it's great. McDonald's just announced something that I think if I were a stoner, I'd probably eat every day. The chicken Big Mac, it's coming out in a couple of days now. And they're basically replacing the beef patties in a McDonald's Big Mac with chicken patties, right? So it's tempura, oh my gosh. What's the word I'm thinking of? Thank you, tempura battered chicken patties. And I, for one, am very excited. I don't know if you guys partake in McDonald's and Big Macs and chicken patties, but
I love McDonald's, man. You know, I anything new, I always try it. I'm a big McRib guy.
Oh yeah,
they did
the
like
legend.
a smoky quarter pounder. Anytime McDonald's has a new menu item, I got to try it at least. I think we talked about it, right? We talked about the McFlurry here, right?
We did the Grandma McFlurry. We kind of like that. That was exciting.
I love McDonald's, man.
Yeah, man. It's cool because they do a lot of collabs. They've done a lot of like pop culture collabs recently. They did something with Saweetie, I think. They've done with Cardi B and Offset. They've done with J Balvin. They've done with BTS. So big stars in the pop game. This one is coming out with I don't know if it's associated, I'm not sure if I read that right, with Kai Cenat. You guys hear that? Yeah, so like he's a streamer, big on Twitch, I think. Yeah, I know. Me neither, man.
Yeah, I did hear that. Yeah,
it's tough. Like he was famous, I think about a year and a half. He caused like pandemonium in New York City. He was giving out free stuff, and there was thousands of people at Union Square Park, and thousands of people, like tens of thousands, trying to get free stuff from him. I think it was like free PlayStation, so something crazy.
He's a streamer.
He's a streamer, and they just cause a lot of chaos, and people record it, and then they become famous off of that. But I think he's associated with it, which is cool. And like I said, again, my favorite McDonald's food. I do love the nuggies, but I do love the fact that the McChicken sandwich is basically a big chicken nugget, and that's the patty I think that they're going to be putting in this sandwich. So super excited about this. I don't think I've been this excited about a fast food drop since our good friends at Popeyes released that chicken sandwich, because that was still is my favorite fast food chicken sandwich of all time. It's fantastic, but I'm pretty sure McDonald's, this one's going to give it a run for its money.
This one is going to be a good one.
Yeah, I think it's going to be I think it's going to be a big deal, and again, looking forward to it. Actually, I read somewhere that they did a Mariah Carey menu. You guys remember that? I just read that they did it like December.
Vaguely remember it.
Yeah, like right after COVID, like December, I think 2021, and it was a December menu. And I'm guessing because she always blows up in December with her song, that it was like a Christmas focused menu. But I gotta look more into that.
The famous trays was a big push that they did where they had. I think they did Kardashian trays at one point.
Oh my god!
Talked about Cardi B and
that.
Yeah, Travis Scott was a big one.
Travis Scott, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
still can't get his Jordans anyway. Yeah, man. So I'm excited about it. I'm definitely gonna probably be one of those guys who go the first day and try it out. They better not tell me the chicken fryers is out of order, because it took I think 3 times for me to get that Grandma edition McFlurry because the ice cream machine wasn't working. But I'm sure it'll be fine, and I'm sure it's gonna be banging. Is there anything that you guys can think of, like not a collab, but so much like a hybrid or a mashup of like your favorite fast food foods that you'd want to make? Because this is literally like my dream here. Like from McDonald's, I think that sauce, the bun, the lettuce, the pickle, and the chicken is like a perfect special combination, kind of special sandwich. I can't think of anything else like as good, but I'm just wondering if you guys have any faves out there that you wish you would see or have seen.
Well, I know Wendy's a couple of years ago, they started to introduce the pretzel bun a little bit.
Oh, that's right.
That was an exciting time.
Yeah, I do enjoy pretzel bun, man. Like, nice to switch it up every once in a while.
Yeah,
good bun is always good.
They're coming out next week with their Krabby Patty.
Krabby Patty from SpongeBob fame.
SpongeBob, yeah.
That's
So I don't
awesome.
know.
That's awesome. I think I was just a little too old for SpongeBob, but I'll try it. I don't know what it entails, but
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what it is. I
seafood.
just know.
We don't think
Look
it.
it up. Let me see what
Yeah,
it is. I'm
we don't
looking
think
it up
it's
now.
soft shell crabs, right?
No.
That's nice potato bun and a soft shell crab, some tartar sauce. Probably not.
No. All I know is my son is excited.
Oh, that's awesome.
He's 6, and
Yeah,
he promised me he's going to try it.
it's great. That's awesome. That's awesome. Is he a picky eater?
So, it's a burger it's got a top secret Krabby collab sauce.
Krabby collab sauce.
All right.
So it's a beef burger, two slices of American cheese, lettuce, tomato, pickle, onion, and top secret Krabby sauce.
Top secret Krabby sauce.
There's a pineapple under the sea frosty. That actually sounds really
Ooh, that's
delicious.
exciting.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
Behind.
That sounds like you can put a little rum in there and you really enjoy your meal. You know, that sounds really good.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you got to try that too. You got to try that too. That's funny, man. Krabby Patty, Krabby sauce. They probably just ripped off the secret sauce. I think. That's my guess.
Yeah,
we'll see. We'll see. We'll try them both. And we'll report back because, again, that chicken Big Mac is right up my alley. So, guys, we decided that we're going to kind of touch on some chili today, and I figured since we're going to talk about chili again, we'll talk about bagels again, like we did last episode, because I had a really good bagel, and it just got my mind spinning because I realized I've underappreciated a feature that, or not a feature, but something you do to the bagel that I never liked or never really had to do when I was growing up, and that's toasting it, right? So I had a toasted sesame seed bagel today, olive cream cheese, which I thought was over the top, but it really wasn't. Would be over the top, excuse me, but it wasn't, and a slice of tomato. And I realized when you toast a sesame seed bagel, it's like toasting sesame seeds when you're cooking, right? You're getting more aroma, you're getting more flavor, a little more nuttiness. The oil kind of comes out and you get more of that flavor, that nice dark sesame flavor. And I realized I never really liked toasting my bagels because growing up, the place we'd go to always had hot bagels. It was a small shop, kept pumping out bagels. But, it made me just like, it took me back all these years and I was thinking like, what are like my favorite bagels? Like, what are my favorite sandwiches? What's your favorite? I'm going to ask you guys first because we've all spent time in New York City. So, I'm sure we all had a good bagel sandwich. Can you guys give me a top or even top 3 or just top 1 favorite bagel order? Is there something out there that your go-to, or not even go-to, because my go-to now is different from what it was 20 years ago. And I love 20 years ago better than I do now.
So now that where I live in New Jersey, I don't often find hot bagels, but my move would always be to ask what was hot first.
Yeah, that's smart.
If something was hot, then that was going to be my go-to bagel.
Nice.
Whatever was hot. So that was kind of my move. And then I'm a butter guy. I don't mess with cream cheese.
You don't mess with cream cheese. Is it a texture thing or just in general?
I just
you don't like cream cheese.
Just never got into it.
Damn, butter. Do you do like do you do your bacon, egg, and cheeses and all that good stuff or no?
Occasionally, but I love a buttered bagel.
Damn. Yeah, especially if it's hot.
I also think like when I think of cream cheese, at least like growing up on Long Island, you'd see people, they'd order a bagel with cream cheese, and there'd be like a half a pound of cream cheese on it, and that was kind of like
that's so funny.
Would kind of like always turn me off.
It's weird. That changes my approach to eating it too. Like when it's that much cream cheese, you can't just bite into it, right? You kind of almost have to make it. And I think, Tim, we had this. I think you had asked a question, not on the podcast, but maybe before. Like, how do you eat it? Like your bagel with cream cheese, and you have to literally cut that into quarters and smear some cream cheese off.
Well, I have a question. Yeah. So, as you all know, I'm from Chicago. We didn't really
Chi-town.
I didn't really grow up with like a bagel eating culture, right? Like we would get bagels from the grocery store, right? The Thomas's bagels or whatever.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, and you eat a bagel kind of like you eat a piece of toast. The way I grew up, we would put it in a toaster and you would smear some either cream cheese or butter or jelly or something on it. When I moved to New York, I remember like probably one of the first times I ever ordered a bagel. I ordered a bagel with cream cheese. They asked if I wanted to toast it or not, which I thought was weird. Like you always toast it, right?
Oh, that's
Why would
funny.
You not toast it?
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
I want to toast it with cream cheese.
Yeah.
And then you give me this like cream cheese bagel sandwich. It's like, how am I supposed to? Are you supposed to eat it like a cream cheese sandwich, or because I always ate them like two halves,
like
right?
2 halves, yeah.
It was so like weird to me. But
how
did you all? How did you all grow up eating bagels? Like, do you eat them as a sandwich, or?
So that's funny. I've realized if I go to a bagel store and I order a bagel with butter, I eat it as a sandwich. But if I'm at home, like I brought home a dozen bagels for the family, I slice it, butter each side, and then eat each side individually.
Same. Okay. I'm the same way.
I don't know why. Like, what's stopping me from being at home and making
and just
the sandwich?
give it that extra slice, right?
But
put it on top.
I don't even ever think about it.
Oh my god, yeah. You know what? I never thought about it either. Now that you bring that up, I'm absolutely the opposite of you, Brian. I always never wanted it toasted until I moved to Jersey. I'd always say no when they'd ask, and I just don't want it toasted. I'm used to soft, hot, fresh bagels. Turns out that spot was like, one of a kind because it always had hot bagels. Like literally from 6 a.m. till 1 a.m. when they closed. It was on a busy corner. It had great traffic, always open, always pumping out bagels. And they were always hot. So I'm like, no, why would I want to toast it? It makes it harder. It doesn't, it's not as chewy and soft. But now that I don't got access to that bagel, my mouth's watering. I want it toasted.
I think it's a Jersey thing too, because I almost prefer an untoasted bagel, but I think the quality of bagel in New Jersey is just not what it is in New York and Long Island. And I think the toasting makes it a little bit better than it actually is.
That's so funny. Yeah, that's true. That's true. It does. But I love a hot bagel with that's when
better.
If it's like hot out the oven, it's always going to be butter for me. Like I always put butter on it. Don't know why. It's just the way it is.
Give me two.
And give me two.
If it's hot,
I love it.
If it's piping hot, I'll take two.
Okay, recently, and this is how I've gotten to this situation, it's always my butter with my everything bagel with cream cheese, or if there is a hot bagel, another bagel with butter on the side. A bagel with butter as my road snack, I call it. My wife hates it, but there's always something I have to munch on the way home while I'm bringing home breakfast or groceries or something. It's not a good situation, but it is what it is. Brian, what's your go-to sandwich for bagels? If you partake, I mean, even like cold cuts. I don't know. Have you guys ever do that? I've done that a few times. It's delicious. Yeah, in a bagel. Yeah. Turkey, cheese, lettuce, tomato, mayo. Fantastic.
Really?
Yeah.
The best way to eat tuna salad on a bagel.
Oh, yeah. Of course. Yeah. For sure. There's no doubt. Chicken salad on a bagel. How do you like your chicken salad? Diced up or shredded? Because this is how detailed I think about this shit.
I like it diced up.
You like it diced up?
Yeah, I like it diced up.
I like it shredded, but not like tuna shredded, like like really, really minced up. But I do like it shredded a bit. There's one place that does it really well, but I think diced up's nice too. You're right, though.
No, I've never had a bagel, a sandwich on a bagel. I don't think, other than like a McDonald's bagel sandwich or something.
There you go.
Brian, you're missing out.
But you've had like
I'm a butter guy. Like that's my
butter.
You
too, huh?
Yeah, just toasted with butter, like plain bagel or sesame bagel.
I'm not even going to ask you to rank your favorite cream cheeses because it'd be a waste of time.
Not a big cream cheese guy. Yeah.
God damn.
I don't remember what it was called, but I had it a couple of times. There was a bagel store in Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
That, you know how a couple episodes back we talked about the Party Hero?
Mm-hmm.
They would make a giant bagel and then make like a hero out of it.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's great. That sounds like a lot of fun. That's a fun spot. I would just want a giant bagel for the novelty of it, Just walk out. It's like through your arm and you're holding it like it's a life preserver at the pool or something, or a lifesaver, whatever they're called. That sounds good though. That's so funny, man. Yeah, no, you guys don't like cream cheese though. That's wild to me. So you guys not lox cream cheese sandwich kind of guys? You guys don't do the scallion cream cheese, really? Wow. So what I'm going to say?
Scallion cream cheese is like onions and cream cheese on a bagel. It means
that's delicious.
You're eating raw onions.
It's just scallions, though. Scallions, come on.
What? Scallions are delicious.
Scallions are delicious, yeah, especially in the cream cheese. You don't get it. Wow. I'm buying you guys lots.
I remember once I was out getting bagels and I was going to meet up with friends, and I knew that I wanted a buttered bagel. I knew the other person I was getting a bagel for would want a bagel with cream cheese. I didn't know what the third person would want, and I defaulted to a bagel with cream cheese, thinking that was the more popular
standard. Me too.
And it turned out I was wrong. They would have preferred a bagel with butter.
Wow. So 66% of that group prefers butter over cream cheese.
So
2/3. That's wild. See, math don't lie. That's interesting. I guess the butter would be the less offensive option, right? I guess I don't know. I guess if you eat cream cheese, you eat butter. But I guess it's not vice versa. I don't know. I'm thinking way too much into it because that's how my brain works, or doesn't work, I guess. But I'm just gonna go back to one more thing in the bagels, and then we'll go on to chili because I know that's what we were here to talk about. But so I mentioned last week's episode that I had gone to Russ and Daughters.
Yes.
In the city, cream cheese lox sandwich. It was fucking phenomenal. I can't believe you guys can't relate because you guys don't like cream cheese. But Tim, I had a black and white cookie there.
All right, lay it on me,
I want to give you my review. Okay, this might take the rest of the episode. We might have to do a third episode of chili, but only 2 actually talk about chili. So it was okay. So my first thing I noticed was when I broke it in half, the frosting, vanilla, and chocolate were the same texture, right? One wasn't like fudgier than the other. One wasn't harder, like a hard frosting icing and a like a cake frosting. Same texture, which I loved because I hate when they're different. I don't know why. Looked at it. It wasn't as crumbly. It was more cakey, and I enjoyed it. I took a bite, dry as hell, but it was absolutely the best black and white cookie I've had. It was the best, and it was actually enjoyable. But again, like black and white cookies, Tim, confirm or deny, you have to have with like a cup of coffee. You can't. It's not like a chocolate chip cookie where you just grab on the go and go. You need something to wash it down. It's so fucking dry.
Oh, I used to eat them as a kid I would just eat them. No,
just pound them away. Just going. No,
I would eat them like a man.
Cookies. That's. I don't want to like dunk or dip or whatever. I'm not looking at that, but I need something like after a couple of bites where it's like, you're just like chewing like a camel. But it was really good. It wasn't grainy either. I think the graininess gets to me. I don't know why.
I think you got next one you got to try. I think I mentioned it in Penn Station. I believe it's Zabar's. Is that the bakery in Penn Station?
Why does that sound familiar? Yeah,
they make a hell of a good black and white cookie.
I was literally just there, like over the weekend too. I could have stopped by there. I'm gonna see if they do a little online delivery. Oh yeah, they got bagels and everything too. Okay, we'll see if we can do a little online order, and we'll test that out too.
Where was I'm sorry, not the bagel, the black and white cookie. Where was it from?
It was from Russ and Daughters.
Oh, it was from Russ and Daughters.
Yeah, it was from. They do everything. They do all the good like Eastern European Jewish treats. They do like 3 different types of arugula, 3 different types of babka, black and white cookies, challah bread, anything you wanted. They had every traditional Jewish, like real deal Jewish like sandwich. Like they had the whitefish sandwich. They had tuna. I think they had a different fish sandwich I've never heard before, but then they had all the smoked and dried fish and everything. It looked amazing. I wouldn't eat half of it, I think, but their bagels were really good. Their traditional lox sandwich was really good. Again, I'm pumping them up because it was so good. And I messed up because they have caviar where you can put caviar on top of your lox bagel, and I didn't do it. I didn't know until after the fact. I was a little annoyed, and I think the guy said something, and I didn't understand what he said, so I'm like, no, thank you. So I fucked up. Because I was too nervous. It was too busy.
Nice.
But
have you ever messed with the rainbow bagel?
I have. I mean, I feel like they're just food coloring. I don't feel like is there a different. Yeah, it is, right? Yeah. There's always like there's like the St. Patrick's Day bagel and like your pumpkin bagels.
I love a good green bagel.
A good green bagel. Yeah, that and the Shamrock Shake. Those are Irish traditional Irish foods that we celebrate
absolutely. From the old country.
Oh my god! All right, guys, let's get back into that chili, man. So last week we did focus a lot on the Texas chili, right? That carne. What was it? Not carne asada. Oh my gosh.
Chili con carne.
Chili con carne. Thank you. Yeah. We did a lot of that. I think we talked about the Cincinnati one. We talked about
I think.
Oh yeah, yes, we did chili mac. We did, and what I saw after Googling is after we spoke, we're like, there's so many more options, so many more variations of chili that we need to do another episode. Have you heard about this, Tim and Brian? Brian, you specifically, Springfield chili. Is that like something have you heard of? It's like made in Springfield, Illinois. It was discovered or created in Springfield, Illinois.
No.
It's like a local thing. No, you haven't heard of it? I'm just
Never
curious
heard of it,
how.
no.
So what's like the popular chili out where you're at, like in Chicago, in the city? Is there a variation or is it just like traditional?
It's classic traditional. You get like ground beef or ground chuck or something. Tomato paste, crushed tomato, a bunch of chili powder, usually chili powder, right? We don't really do the chili, the dried chilies.
The dried chilies, yeah.
We'll do the chili powder and some chili beans, red peppers, bell peppers, onions, throw it all in
peppers.
there. Just let it go.
I've ever put peppers in a chili.
Yeah,
we do. My wife does a crock pot chili. Tim, do you put peppers in your chili? Like bell peppers? Is that what you mean?
Not bell peppers, no.
Oh, okay.
But if I'm in the grocery store and I see something interesting, I throw chili. To me, like, I have kind of a basic recipe that I follow, but it's also like it's when I get a little crazy and like, poblano peppers look really good in the grocery store. Let me grab some of those and a little extra of this, or a little extra of that. Let me throw some garlic cloves in there. Like, it's just fun.
That's cool. Yeah, it is fun. It is something that looks like you could just kind of.
I feel like it's kind of a no. There's really no rules when making chili.
Yeah, I get that. It's just like it almost looks like it too, right? Like you could just put in anything and as long as it goes with the flavors. I'm telling you, I'm looking into this Springfield chili and in 2016, the chili capital of the world. Oh, in 1993, excuse me, the Illinois House and Senate proclaimed the state the chili capital of the world. Huh. I got to look into this more. Illinois is the chili capital of the world. That's wild.
I brought up, I think on the last episode, I was thinking about New Mexico chili, and I just went ahead and Googled it. It's actually they're known for the chili verde.
Chili verde. That's okay. Pork. I've heard of chili verde. I didn't know it was New Mexico.
Yeah. But it's pork. It's pork based, so it's like a pork. I don't know, was it pork butt?
It's almost like It's almost like
That's fun.
Yeah.
That is fun. I like that.
I usually do a short rib chili, but I have put some pork rib in there just for like I said, I was in the store and country ribs are on sale. I'm gonna throw that in my chili.
So New Mexico chili is a chili verde. That just sounds like a really nice dish. It sounds like it's just like a green sauce with like a stewed pork that you can put over some rice or something. That sounds really good. Outside of just it being a stew, you can put that with some rice and beans. That sounds great. Oh, is there beans in that one actually, now that I think about it?
That's a good question. I don't think
so. No, I don't think so from what I saw too. Cumin is a staple in chili, right? Because you mentioned cumin is a staple. Paprika, do you guys both put paprika?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you do smoked or do you do plain paprika?
Depends on what's in the cabinet, honestly.
Okay. What's the
smoked
preference?
Is a little bit too much for me sometimes.
Smoked is a little too much for me. It's almost like a too artificial smoke for me as well. Yeah. When it comes to like your spice, do you do Bri, you said you use the powdered pepper. Tim, do you do like dried peppers or do you also do like a cayenne or a chili powder?
No, I use like a cayenne chili powder.
Do you guys use cayenne? Because I mean, I'm about to make this this chili, the white chili, the chili. Oh my god! Why am I stuttering today? You use cayenne?
Yeah.
Okay, because what I'm looking at, I looked at a couple of recipes just to see like how it's made and what is preferred. They're saying you should use the chili powder over the cayenne, and I just assumed it was cayenne because it's just spicier, but it's also, I guess cayenne's also smokier too. So if you want less smoke, maybe chili powder over the cayenne, and I guess regular paprika over smoked paprika.
Now, is that your world famous chili recipe?
Oh my god, my world famous chili, man! This is the funniest thing that it's probably ever happened to me. So I like to host a Super Bowl party, especially growing up when I had, no understanding of how much money I spent. Well, all of it is what it was. A paycheck would come in, 3 days later it'd be gone. So those parties cost an arm and a leg, but they were always a good time. And I'd invite friends and friends of friends, people who I've met and like enjoyed the company of. So one year I'm inviting my friend, George, I'll just say his first name. And I'm like, you know what, let's invite Nick. Nick's a cool kid, it'll be fun. he gives me Nick's number because we've only met out in public, never like messaged. I go, hey, throwing a Super Bowl party. If you guys are free, come on through. He goes, can't wait to try Jimmy's world famous chili. And I said, all right, man, you got it. Like, I'm just like, you got it. I'll have the chili waiting for you. So I put my phone down. I'm like, yo, I've never fucking made chili before. I've never made chili before. What is this guy talking about? So I spent about a week worrying about it, looking at different recipes. I finally like just pick one. I don't even like decide to like pick my favorite parts of things. I'm just like, all right, this one sounds the best. Relatively easy too, because I've never made it before. And of course there's, more components than I'm used to, looking at a dozen components plus. And I'm sweating over this chili. Everything's delayed because I'm so focused on the chili, even though you just got to let it there and watch it. I'm always just like stirring it, trying to see how it's coming along. Because now, like, I'm not just making chili, I'm making world famous chili. So it's got to be better than the chili any chili I've ever had.
Were you wearing a 10-gallon hat while you stirred it?
My God, I was just, stirring away, with my cowboy boots. And I'm stirring, the chili's ready. Finally, everyone shows up. I've got this huge pot from my cousin owned a Quiznos, right? And he actually brought chili to like a Super Bowl party 5 years before that in a huge pot where they used to make it, and I never give it back because I love the pot and I love the size of it. So I made this huge pot of chili. I give this guy maybe like 4 ounces of chili in a bowl. Like I gave it to him like once he walked in, like, you're eating this now. It's my chili. He goes, oh, great. He takes like 3 bites. He's like, oh, it's so good. Puts it down, never touches it again, right? So as we're leaving, party's over. I think it was when the Saints beat the Colts that year. If you're a football fan, party's over. We're wrapping up. My friend's like, I'm like, guys, take some food. My friend's looking, my friend George, who is friends of Nick, goes, why'd you make so much chili? No one touched it. And I go, yo, Nick told me that he couldn't wait to try my world famous chili. So I had so much pressure. I felt too bad telling him that I'd never made chili before. I don't even I have no way out. I have no, and I'm just like, I had to make chili. I had to make 30 pounds of chili, it felt like. So that's my world famous chili. I made it out of like sheer fear of like letting someone down who I didn't really know that well. And I think it came out good. He liked the 3 bites he took, but that was, that was a long story of how sometimes you should just be like, what the hell are you talking about? Instead of like, okay, sure. Oh God, it's so embarrassing, man. It's so embarrassing. But I'm going to be making this white chili. I have all the ingredients now ready to go. I was going to try to do it earlier today before we recorded, but it's going to happen tomorrow morning before I log into work.
Well, I'm going to say, Nick, if you're listening, write in, give us a call.
Yeah, let me know how that chili was. Like your real review. That real review, not
maybe
like the...
Maybe it was world famous and we just didn't get enough reviews. So.
It was limited time only, that's for sure, because it was only one and done. That recipe's lost now, and man, it was so funny. I'm just like, what is he talking about? And I'm like, fuck it, I gotta make chili. You gotta keep the people happy, And
Nice.
Man of the people.
Man of the people, you gotta keep everyone fed, Every dietary restriction option, all that good stuff. So
Jimmy, I got a question.
Yeah, what do you got?
I want to know, do you know where cow farts come from?
No, where do they come from?
Derriere.
I like that one. That one, yeah, that one's good because I got the punchline immediately.
Yeah,
it wasn't anything I was thinking of. I like that. That was good. That was very good. Everybody, thank you for listening to another episode of 3 Guys Walking to Culinary School. Again, we appreciate you guys listening. We appreciate you guys watching on YouTube. Please share, like, subscribe, follow, anything you can do to give us a little bit more exposure. We would greatly appreciate it. And we want to hear about you guys, what you like, what you don't like, what you want us to talk about, what you don't want us to talk about. Anything you want, email us or find us on Instagram, slide into the DMs, comment on the, on the posts. Whatever you guys want to do to reach out, we would greatly appreciate it. It's 3 Guys Wicks. That's the number 3, GUYSWICS at gmail.com for the email. And it's the same 3 Guys Wicks at Instagram. And our link tree is the same. So we have some links there to everything where you can find us. Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, YouTube, Podbean, all that good stuff. So thanks again, guys. Catch you next week. Tim, Brian, see you guys later.
Take care.
Peace.